Hey everyone, this week I want to get a little bit weird. Stay tuned. All right, so this week, kind of signaling more of what I want to be covering. I'll be covering stuff like I have in the past, but I want to do more of this in the future because this is another one that, like last week's Kajal I Can fragrance, is another jaw dropper when I smelled it. And that is Bohoboco's Magic Mushrooms. This fragrance, so weird in such an amazing way. First off, I should say, the juice is the thing that matters the most, but the presentation for this was beautiful. It came in a beautiful box, wrapped in a bow. Everything was wrapped in their like tissue paper that has their name on it. Very, very nice. And then the bottle itself, I love. This is so funky. It's got like a velvet top up here. And then the actual juice itself, it's such an interesting color. It's like orange red. Like it's not one color, it's multiple colors. But anyway, I'll say this. So this is a very weird fragrance. When I first saw this, I was like, I'm gonna spray this one on skin. When I first saw this, I was like, magic mushrooms. Okay, well, I don't know, what do mushrooms smell like? And then you spray this on your skin, and you're like, oh, like that. Interesting. But again, you don't really think of them as being something that you would use in a perfume. This is again, I just like have all these bangers right now, but this is one of those ones that I've just been obsessed with. Again, another one that you just do a little drop, because this stuff is so strong. This stuff will stay on your skin until you shower. Doesn't mean it's going to be a massive projector, but it will certainly be there. And what amazing fragrance this is. So right off the bat, mushrooms, and you go, okay, well, what is that? It's this super earthy thing. Super brown, earthy, wet, moist. It kind of has all that, and you go, that doesn't sound very good, except that this is super appealing. You go, okay, well, wait, magic mushrooms, how is that going to be wearable? It's because they pair it with all of these amazing scents that just support and add to this whole accord. So the whole thing, I will say in this, there is some difference in the dry down. It's not massively linear, but there is kind of a consistent through line. You're gonna have the mushrooms the whole way through, but they're supported with a whole lot of other notes that kind of give them, there's like ylang in there to give it a little bit of a floral boost. There's vetiver and patchouli. The patchouli, I think, kind of helps round out the earthiness. Add just a little hint. This is going to be a little bit more along the lines of like your traditional spicy patchouli, but it's going to add a little bit of a chocolatiness to it. Again, this has a bit of sweetness, but this is not a cloying fragrance. This has the right amount of sweetness to make this appealing. But the scent itself, being that it is kind of mushroom focused, is so out of left field. It is such a complete curveball that when you smell it, you're like, wait, what? Like, again, if I smelled this, if someone walked by and I caught a whiff of this, it would just be like such a head cock, like, wait, what did I just smell? I love that. That's kind of, for me, fragrances that smell good, but are also shocking. That's the dream for me. That's like my style exactly. So this fragrance fits perfectly. And it's the sort of thing that I've shared with a few other people to get their impressions on. Again, almost universally, it has been like one of those like, whoa, what? I love that. And that's kind of also a through line with a lot of my favorite fragrances. Tobacco Mandarin is another one of those shocking good fragrances. This I Can, I think, is another one, because you go, wait, what is that? It smells so good. What is that? Those are the kind of fragrances that get me inspired, get me hyped. So I'm trying to get more discovery sets so that I can kind of dig into those a little bit more, find those fragrances and bring them to you guys, talk about them on the channel, because I think they're super interesting. But with this one, man, what a weird fragrance that is so good, and I don't know how they accomplish it. The blend of all of these notes. I mean, just to create something at all that smells like mushrooms, and I really didn't think that there was, but then you smell this and you go, no, I guess that is the smell of mushrooms, because that seems right. It's this sort of, it's such a weird, hard thing to describe. It's like smooth earth, if that makes any sense. Smooth, cool earth. You know, this also has some watery notes and some, I think cannabis is in here too. So there's a lot of green in this. You know, I've been talking about the brown and the earthiness, but I don't think that would really exist if you didn't have a lot of green to support it. There's Divana in here or something like that. So lots of things around the mushrooms that kind of bring in this full, woody, dark accord. I actually, you know, maybe this appeals to me so much because it feels like being in the middle of Capitol Forest here in Washington State or something. This does though. This is that fragrance Into the Wild, I think it was called Into the Wild, that I liked, but it just had that soapy note that was just way overpowering for me. Still a good scent, but just not what I was hoping it would be. This is what I would think of based on the description for that scent. Like, this is walking into the middle of a dark forest, lots of moss, lots of mushrooms. You know, it feels like it's going to overtake you with its density. And that's with this one too, because this is a very dense, rich fragrance. A lot of complexity, a lot of character, just something super interesting. So refreshing to experience this in fragrance, because so much of what we smell is just yet another clone of a Jean Paul Gaultier or Creed fragrance. So fresh new stuff is kind of my jam. I want to try and bring that to you guys, get stuff on the channel that isn't everywhere else, which also means that I'm going to get less views, but that's fine, because I really don't do this for the views. I'm doing this because I want to find fun new stuff, and if I can share that with you, then all the better. So this is a great one. I know they've got a lot else from the house. I want to get their discovery set so I can smell those. There's one that's like wine and brown sugar that sounds incredible, but they have a whole bunch of other fragrances that sound very interesting. So I plan to get the discovery set to find more. But do you have any experience with Bohoboco? I'd never heard of them prior to this fragrance, but they've got a lot of fragrances. So have you experienced anything else from them? Is there anything else that I should keep an eye on? Is there anything that you guys have in your collection that's a weird fragrance? Something that's kind of artsy, still wearable though. I'm not looking for like artsy and unwearable. I want to explore the space, but I think it's really interesting when they can do something that also still is pleasant and wearable. So something like that. If you've got recommendations, please let me know. This is the kind of stuff that I want to start tapping into more on the channel. But this has been really fun. This is going to be one that sticks with me for a real long time, I think, and it's just going to be kind of a constant obsession. Partially because the juice is like neon. I don't know how the color of the juice is both orange, red, and neon. It's such a weird, it's so cool. It's such a cool fragrance. Honestly, go get a sample. You can get a sample off of their website. Get a sample of this, wear it, and tell me that I'm crazy, because it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, I'll stop yapping. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great week. Bye.